You want to help? So, what does one half-baked idea for a sluice stand plus very poor CAD skills at best equal? Sorry, didn't mean to disrupt the cat. But a whole bunch of parts that I have to throw away. These are all my prototype parts as I was practicing to make this. And this is the final product. I'm not sure if you could, if you missed my last video, or I think it was my last video, I took my whiteboard, or my cardboard, excuse me, I don't have a whiteboard, but I tried to draw out my concept on this to make a stand to run roughly 8 degrees for my cleanup sluice. And after a lot of frustration and a lot of time prototyping parts, I finally came up with the final design. And I don't know if you can see that, but I had originally wanted a little bit of a like hollow piece in here or whatever, but I settled on punching out 2 W's for Water Warrior. Thought that was kind of clever. Welcome back, or welcome, whichever the case may be. This is the Learning Curve 3D. My name is Scott, and we're here to answer that age-old question of, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Well, I'm the old dog, and I am trying to learn CAD and 3D printing and making different small parts for things that will come in handy. I have not tried this yet, but it is made out of ABS. Shrinkage is real. These parts did shrink a little bit, so I may reprint at least the brackets with a little bit of maybe a 0.1 or a 0.2 increase in size overall, because they are tight. You can't see it, but these the end pieces that curl over are they're pressed in there pretty good. And I may make a little overlapping piece here so they sort of clip in. But other than that, I'm real happy with the design. The threaded pieces came out nice. These were the square nuts that I downloaded from McMaster-Carr. I just extruded a round piece and then extruded and made made the knurled piece on there, so it kind of looked cool. But yeah, overall the threads work great. I'm pretty happy with it. For a simple design, I think that maybe I probably have a little bit too much waste here, but I think that's all part of the learning process. I did end up fixing a lot of my mistakes. This hole was too big, so I made it a lot smaller, and it gives it a little bit of leeway, but it won't spin all the way around. That was a big improvement. And also with the threads, I had to flatten these out, so when this sat on the build plate, the whole thing would sit flat on the build plate, because if we left the threads round, it would have tilted this up just a little bit, and all this would have needed support. I didn't want to do that, so it's flat on both sides. There's enough threads top and bottom to tighten that right down. Nice. Works well. So during this whole process, my A1, which is what I prototyped a lot of the parts on, I sort of lost the Z offset calibration. In other words, the first layer was, the nozzle was too close to the bed. And then it started to develop a little click. So I went online and did a little research to see if I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And of course everybody says, oh, wet filament and dirty build plate, and I don't know, it was all the old things. But then I ran across somebody that commented that there's a couple of screws that hold the nozzle on that might be loose, and they're not the ones in the front. So we're gonna go investigate that. I think that's a pretty cool thing to do. I don't want to bore you with any more CAD stuff unless that's what you want to see. Next time we can go over the fixes if that's what you like. But I think we're going to go over to the A1. We're going to take the nozzle apart and we're going to see if those screws in behind the nozzle are loose and are the culprit. All right, I hope you can see that okay. I haven't looked at the directions to see how to do this, but we're just going to kind of wing it here and see what we can do. So we'll take the boot off first. Yeah, the boot's getting a little bit worn there, but that's okay. And we'll snap off the cover here. Take that little guy off. And Bambu Lab sure does have easily replaceable nozzles. Now, what do we got? We got three screws, but from what I've read, these are not the screws. That one's pretty snug. The first one was snug. These are not the screws that are the ones that are the problem. Oh, yeah, that one's snug too, so. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That does not look tight to me. We'll see if we can focus in on this here. Okay. Do you see how, oh look at that. See how that's raised up a little? That does not look tight. Alright, let's put the camera back and we'll see. I don't have it in autofocus mode, so it doesn't keep going in and out here. Oh yeah, look at how loose that is. My goodness. And that one's loose also. Whoops. That one's loose. Oh, all four of them were loose. Excellent. Looks like everything else is good and snug in there. Okay, let's put that back. Make sure we don't get the wires pinched. We won't tighten that one up just quite yet, just in case we need it a little loose to line everything else up here. Guess I should have had a little bit more light over here. Not going extremely tight, but I'm going pretty snug. Everything else seems, might as well just give them a little tweak here and see if they're snug. Yep. Wonderful. Well, it's like a magnet in there that sucks those things in. There we go. No, it's not quite. There we go. There, we got her on the run now, don't we? Let's put the sock on first. Maybe it'll be easier to do without that piece on. Put a new sock on later. Whoop, you know what I'm missing? That little guy. Okay. You know what we probably should do now is test out a first layer. Let's do that and see if it clicks. So all I'm going to do to do this little test is I'm going to right click, add a cube primitive, primitive, whatever. We're going to rescale it, unclick uniform scale. I'm going to go like 30 by 30 by 0.2 because my layer height is 0.2 millimeters. We're going to go 0.2 millimeters. Don't forget to click off from that or else it won't take. So we will slice this, then we will send it to the printer. I have read in A1, we'll confirm that, and we're off to the races. Yeah, first layer looks pretty good. My autofocus isn't working very well on this thing right now. Must be the light. Another thing I have to learn, I guess, is cameras. There, not bad. So I got these three pieces of first layer here, the 0.2 layer height. This one is the corrected. This is the first one we did just now, and that's a good first layer. This one here, I actually changed the layer height, or the Z offset to plus 0.07. So you can see the lines are a little bit thicker, and also they didn't stick together because there was no squish. So, and then this one, I don't know if you can tell, but this one looks really thin, and I changed it to minus 0.07, so it ran the nozzle a lot closer to the plate. And usually you have little boogers on it too, but I could have gone a little bit closer, I think, but I didn't dare go too far. But I just thought I'd show you real quick the difference between too far away, too close, and just right. So short video today, but that's okay. I just wanted to let you know that I got my little project done and I was happy with it. And also, if I can learn this stuff, you can too. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something new. If you fail, you fail. You try again. Not a problem. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more fun stuff down the road. One thing I'm learning on my 3D printing journey is that there is no repair facility for these printers. So if you're going to buy one, you're going to have to learn how to service it yourself. Tech support's fine, that you can give them a call. They'll send you parts all day, but you're going to have to put them in. Just know that up front. I see that all the time, people struggling, and they're mad because their printer showed up and all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. It's still under warranty, and the company's just sending them parts. Just know that's what's going to happen. They probably are not going to send you out a whole brand new machine and have you send this one back unless there's some probably physical damage with it. If it needs a board, you're going to have to figure out how to put a new board in it. If it needs a part for the tool head or the hot end, you're probably going to have to try to figure out how to do that. the wiki's a good place to start, and YouTube's always a great place to go to figure out how to do stuff too. So hopefully, I mean, I don't hope that my machines will break down, but if they do, then we will repair them together. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. I have more projects in mind to do, so if you're into that sort of thing, come on back, and we're gonna be doing something fun again. Take care, have a great day, and be well.